Today I want to talk about the biggest mistake that I see guys always make whenever they get into a relationship, especially when they get the girl that they actually want. So the biggest thing that you can screw up on is suddenly getting comfortable. And getting comfortable doesn't just happen all at once. It's a series of small events that eventually leads to that point of you becoming comfortable, taking your foot off the gas. You stop going to the gym. You stop, putting as much effort into your appearance, etc., etc. And, stuff like, you stop hanging out with your friends, and you begin to just completely focus on the girl. And what happens is when you first got with this girl, you were probably, putting in a lot of effort into your appearance. You probably had a lot of, great hobbies that you were enjoying. And just in general, you were doing whatever you could to make yourself a more attractive person. But that's all this stuff that you were doing. And especially for the guys on self-improvement, if you're on self-improvement, all this stuff that you're doing to level yourself up is going to eventually lead to a girl liking you, and most likely her wanting to become, exclusive with you. And that's a side effect of the self-improvement grind. You level up your finances, your looks, your body, your life becomes more interesting. Well, a side effect of that, and it's a good one, I'm sure no one's complaining about this, but it's going to attract you more girls. And all of a sudden, when you were having trouble with girls, now you're not having trouble. So what happened, and I see this happen all the time. We've all had that one friend that, he's hanging out, he's doing all this stuff, and the second he gets with a bad bitch, the second he gets a girlfriend, all of a sudden he can't hang out anymore. All of a sudden he can't go and do the things that he used to do. He's always with his girlfriend. He's always doing shit with his girlfriend. He's up her ass 24/7. So not only will your friendships start to deteriorate once you get with a bad bitch if you're up her ass all the time, but your self-improvement, your life, all the work you put into yourself will also start to deteriorate, because it's called being comfortable. You get comfortable. All of a sudden, so you've been with this chick for a few months now, and you're pretty much sure that you've got it in the bag. You've concluded in your mind, damn, I got her. I won the game. I don't have to do any more shit to level up my character now. I got what I was looking for. And this is the biggest fuck up that you could do, bro. And I've had countless friends that I've seen gain, I've seen most guys gain weight in a relationship. I see it all the time, bro. All of a sudden, my friend who was single gets a girlfriend, and half a year later, he's overweight. He's got a damn pot belly because this chick has been cooking him all sorts of food and shit. They've been eating out, going out to restaurants, drinking beer, drinking wine. Oh, and then he's starting to skip his exercise on top of that. I see so many dudes, and don't lie to me, you get a girlfriend, and instead of exercising, you decide to cuddle with her and eat some fucking greasy ass food. And you know what, I'll go to the gym tomorrow, I'm tired, because you just busted a fat nut, and now you have no energy left after that sex to go and work out because you just got drained by some woman. Sound familiar? Man, and you can try to tell people this, you can try to tell guys, hey bro, don't take your foot off the gas. She's gonna leave you, she's gonna fucking find some other guy that's in tip-top shape, and you're gonna get discarded because you were fucking Mr. Mr. Chad whenever you met her, but now you fucking got comfy and turned into a slob, essentially. Turn into a glutton. Because, you know, you just want to lay in bed with her, bro. I get it. I fucking get it. I've been there. I'm going to tell you a little story. When I first got on self-improvement, it was after a real long dry spell. And this is why a lot of you guys are getting on self-improvement, because you want women. Let's be honest, fellas. Oh, it's for myself. It's for my mental health. It's, you know, I only go to the gym for my... Guys, come on, let's be fucking real. Let's be realistic here. Let's stop bullshitting each other. Most of this shit, getting more money, getting a fucking six-pack, getting a nicer car, a fucking better financial position, all that stuff. We're doing it so that we have better options, so that we can fuck hotter bitches or get more bitches fucking thirsting on us, so that we can get a girlfriend or whatever. So you put in all this work in the beginning when you're lonely, and that's what I was doing. And when I was making good strides in my self-improvement journey, about 6 months into it, it led to me meeting a woman, because I didn't go to the gym route. I went the running route. I became like a runner, started running marathons. And through running, I met a very attractive woman, and we started running like every day. So me and her started getting to know each other. And yeah, my dry spell came to an end. What happened was, right before I had slept with her, the few months before I slept with this girl and started basically dating her, I was at the peak of my like self-improvement grind, like my hunger. Like I had nothing to lose. I was at rock bottom, right? Like shitty job, fucking no money, you know, no bitches, no nothing, no status, bad reputation. So I was hungry to get out of that trap, to get out of that fucking negative cycle of, you know, just living a shit life, you know? And when you're at that point, when your life is just trash, that's when you're the most hungry to improve, because it's just so terrible. So the feelings I felt, the hunger, the drive I had to get out there and exercise and hustle and grind was at its peak. But the second I slept with this chick and I started sleeping with her, we started smashing like every day, literally, like. And she was, I'm not gonna lie, she was extremely attractive. Like, she was hot as fuck. You know, she was a redhead. She had a big ass. You know, she was a pog. So imagine a redhead pog after you've been on a fucking dry spell for 2 years. Yeah, bro. Yeah, any man would have been fucking addicted to that shit. So I started going to her house every night and spending the night there instead of working on my business, instead of putting in those extra hours of, you know, building my, you know, business empire. Instead, I was at her house watching Netflix with her. And deep in my heart, I knew that I was fucking slacking and that I was watching my self-improvement gains start to disappear. And this chick cooked some good ass food too. And she would cook like brownies and cookies and pizza. Like, dude, she would text me or call me and like, oh, hey, we're making burgers, we're making pizza. Oh, and there's brownies in the oven. Bro, let me tell you something. I could not resist to, I don't know, man, the pussy and the food just, it was too much to ignore. You know, we've all been there. So I was like going there all the fucking time, going to this chick's house. And yeah, I saw my gains. You know, I was starting to kind of like see that my BMI was going back up. Like, I was starting to gain a little bit of weight. And like, I was kind of getting disappointed in myself, and I knew I was slacking. So I actually dumped her you know, and I replaced her with another girl that I wasn't as close to, that I didn't have access to 24/7. And there was nothing wrong with this chick. The only thing wrong with her was that I liked spending time with her a little too much. And so I decided to cut it off because I saw what happened to so many people in my life. I saw how a woman was the downfall of so many ambitious men because they just got too comfortable. And, you know, dude, I was also scared I was going to get this bitch pregnant. Like, I ain't even going to lie, bro. Like, I was really afraid that one day she was going to get pregnant. And this girl, like, I still feel bad for it. I don't feel good about having to cut her off, right? I don't feel bad, or no, I feel bad. I feel bad about cutting her off because she treated me like a king. This chick treated me like a king. And, but yo, low-key, I was scared that I was going to get her pregnant and I was going to be stuck with her, you know, for the rest of my life, basically. So I cut it off before, you know, I had to deal with any pregnancy scares or anything like that. And I did that on purpose, man. I could have just kept going for the, you know, the pussy was like good as hell. It was fire. And I didn't want to leave. And I almost went back to, it was tempting to hit her up, to go back to her. I actually broke up with her a few times before I cut it off for good. And she kept coming back, bro. Like, I tried to break up with her so bad. And I told her, I was like, look, man, like, you need to go find a different guy because I'm not the one for you. And she just, like, wouldn't let go. Like, she would, like, write me love letters and shit. And I would, like, you know, I felt good. You know, it felt good. You know, your ego gets stroked. Oh, this girl is throwing herself at my feet. You know what? Yeah, you know, maybe I'll keep her around because she's just treating me so well. But I knew deep in my mind that I had to cut it off for good, which I did. Blocked her on everything. You know, had a fucking big fight with her. All sorts of shit happened. It was a bad situation. She really fucking wasn't happy when she realized I was, you know, with another girl. And I blocked her on all my shit, on my Facebook, my Instagram, everything. Didn't answer her calls. And yeah, she freaked the fuck out. But that's besides the point. I saw so many other people not take that route. I saw so many men get caught up in the trap of good pussy, of, you know, you get with a fucking 10 out of 10 and all of a sudden fucking you just want to take naps, lay in her bed, smash, eat food, rinse and repeat, fucking sleeping at her house, in her bed, or she's in your bed, right? So you gotta, what I'm saying is you can't take your foot off the gas if you get with a woman. You can't. And okay, let me tell you, I'm gonna get into the second part of the video, which is what happens when you do get comfortable. And this is what I've seen, and it's happened to me too. So the more comfortable you get, and your girl will tell you to take it easy. She'll tell you to take a break. Oh, get some rest, babe. You work too hard. If you listen, right? If you listen to this bullshit ass advice that this girl gives you, and they fucking always do this. They tell you to fucking chill out. Oh, you're too obsessed with the gym. You're too obsessed with the self-improvement and blah, blah, blah. Guys, girls will tell you, bro, my girlfriend right now told me that I was too obsessed with being healthy and that it was unhealthy. And I wasn't gonna fucking listen to that shit. I knew better. She got mad at me yesterday and I didn't accept it. I didn't say sorry. I was like, I fucking know I'm healthier than most people. Like, I'm out here exercising and shit, you know, not eating all this fucking bullshit ass food that everyone's eating. And she was saying that, like, it was unhealthy because it wasn't normal. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It's not normal. The new normal is being a fucking fat, lazy slob. You're rare if you're a guy that fucking goes to the gym all the time, that's on a diet, that chooses to be sober, that spends his time working on his business or whatever, or, you know, furthering his goals, learning. That's rare. And you don't want to be normal. You don't want to, that's the thing on self-improvement. You don't want to be like the rest of the population. You don't want to be like the rest of the fucking slob, mediocre ass dudes out here that are just half-assing their life. And yeah, women will tell you this stuff. Oh, you don't have to go work so hard. You don't have to. If you listen to this advice, bro, she will resent you. If you fucking just keep your foot on the gas, and she's gonna act like she's mad or whatever. Oh, you know, like she's not gonna talk to you because you're not taking her advice. Yo, you know what's best for you. You know deep in your heart what's best for you. You know what you have to do. You know the kind of shit that you have to sacrifice in order to get to the top. A woman doesn't understand that concept. And she's not trying to derail you on purpose. It's just she wants to see if you're going to submit to her, if you're going to take her advice, if you're going to listen to her and not listen to yourself. So let's say you take her advice. Let's say you get comfortable with the girl and you start eating the brownies and the pizzas and smashing her and sleeping in, skipping the work that you're supposed to be doing. What's going to happen to you? She's going to start to resent you. She's going to see a lazy guy. You're going to go from the Chad to this fucking lazy fuck that's just sitting around. And it's weird. She'll enable you to get to that. She will watch you turn into that lazy bastard that eventually she'll cheat on or dump. And that's why so many men, you're like, oh, you know, when we first got together, she was obsessed with me and, you know, she wanted me so bad. And then now she just like, she's fucking dry. She's cold. You know, fellas, I'm sorry to say this, but she probably has her eyes on another man that's on his shit. She fucking got you when you were a stallion, and now you're just some horse that's in the stable. You know, she conquered you, bro. She conquered you and submitted you, and you're not that wild Mustang anymore that she was after. And guess what? Oh, there's another wild Mustang out there in the pasture that she has her eye on now. And now she's basically lost interest in you because you became so obsessed with her. You're around her all the time. You're not working as hard. You're not as ambitious. You're not as attractive as you were when you met her. You're not putting as much like thought into your appearance. And also in the beginning, you were probably taking her out on dates, being romantic, you know, using, you know, flirting with her and shit. You know, your personality, your charisma was on point. And now you got comfortable, bro. You stopped taking her out on dates. You fucking think that all you need to do is just, oh, you know, I'm with her now and we're going to be together forever. No, bro. Yeah, she ain't going to tell you this shit, man. She ain't going to tell you like, oh, you need to get your act together. She's not, you know, when a girl breaks up with you and it seems like it's out of nowhere. And she's like, well, I left you because of this, and that. And you're like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you say anything? Right? And dude, you know, girls ain't going to tell you this shit. They're going to keep it deep within their heart. They're not going to say anything. And they're going to see how you act on your own without her having to intervene, without her having to control you, without her having to tell you right from wrong, what you got to do to stay on top, what you have to do to stay ambitious. She's not going to that's your job. Your job is the one to keep yourself sharp, right? And that's what the whole topic of this video is about, right? You have to keep yourself sharp. And if you don't sharpen that blade, if you don't sharpen that knife, what happens to it? It gets fucking dull. And that's what's happening to you. Like when you're in this relationship, your blade is getting dull and it doesn't cut as good as it used to cut. And she's going to replace you with another kitchen knife because you're dull as fuck. So, I don't know, guys. Just don't take your foot off the gas. Always be improving. Even when you're in a relationship, if you want to keep your woman, don't take her advice and you can take a woman's advice on certain subjects. I'm not saying you can't take a woman's advice, but don't take a woman's advice where it's like, oh, baby, you work too hard. Just chill out, take a day off, blah, blah, blah. You're going to the gym too much. You're obsessed. If it's anything like that, if she's saying anything like, oh, you can chill, you can take a break, guys, do not listen to that. That's the biggest trap that women set. Do not fucking stop improving just because this woman says that it's okay. Because the second you stop improving is when you start to fucking decay. And instead of going on an upwards trajectory, now you're on the decline in life. You're no longer, she loved you and she fell in love with you because she saw you on your way to the top. You're on an upwards trajectory. She saw you and she was like, he's handsome, this guy's ambitious, this guy has goals, this guy works hard, this guy sacrifices. And that's very attractive. Being ambitious is extremely attractive. But over time, you can lose that ambition. It's like so many fucking businessmen, right? They work so hard in the beginning when their company ain't shit, when they're not making any money. But what happens when people get the goal they want? They get lazy. They get lazy. They take their foot off the gas and they start to, everything that they built starts to fucking crumble. Once you get rich, you're not gonna be as ambitious to fucking get that money, right? You're not gonna hustle as hard as you used to. Once you get with that beautiful girl, you're not gonna put the same level of work into yourself as you used to. And this is the gift of being single. This is the gift. If you are single, if you're not in a relationship, that's one of the pros of being single, is that you're at square one, right? And you're on your self-improvement journey and there's no woman to distract you. And that's the honest reality, is that once you get with a woman, it's extra energy, it's extra money, it's extra stress being leveled on you. So once you get with a woman, if you want to keep her, work harder. Work even harder. You're going to have to put even more work in. If you're single, you actually don't have to put in as much work because you have more free time, right? And this is why these dudes stop hanging out with their friends. This is why they fucking stop going to the gym. Yo, I've heard so many stories from personal trainers about their clients stop showing up. And 90% of the time, you know what the reason is why people stop going to the gym? They get into a fucking relationship. I shit you not. I've heard it a million times. I've seen it happen a million times. Yo, you know how many guys I went to school with? I'm going to tell y'all something real sad. There was so many guys I went to school with and I grew up with that were handsome, athletic, ambitious. These guys were, played on the football team, played sports. They were proper guys, right? And it's been so many years since I saw them, and I'll see them get with a woman. I've seen it happen so many fucking times. I see them on Facebook that they knocked some bitch up. And dude, these guys' appearance completely changes, bro. They're like fucking overweight. They look like shit. They look unhealthy. And then I look every time, bro. I look and I see that this dude has a wife now. This dude has a fucking girlfriend. Now he's got a kid with her. It's like these guys fucking get themselves a chick and they think that's it. All right, I can fucking chill out. No, bro. No, if you don't want to be that guy that's fat as fuck, that got into a relationship, washed up, peaked in high school, Don't fall for the fucking woman trap. Don't fall for the comfort trap. Don't fall for this shit. It gets so many fucking dudes, man. The fucking male ego is a fucking double-edged sword. It's like, oh, I'm just fucking, my personality's good enough and she just loves me for me. No, bro. She loves the man that she got with. And she may not love the man that she's with right now, right? So become the man that you once were. Get on your grind, get in your self-improvement. If your relationship is failing, go to the gym, start running, start fucking throw yourself into your work. Focus on your hobbies, focus on improving yourself. And I guarantee you, all of a sudden, your relationship is gonna magically start to repair itself, right? Stop focusing on her 24/7, okay? Focus on you, man. Focus on you and focus on getting better. All right, this is Dark Warrior. I'm gonna let you guys go. Peace out.